All right, let's talk about getting rich. But I want you to forget everything you think you know. Today, we're diving into a blueprint that completely ignores all the flashy headlines. Instead, it focuses on a proven but kind of overlooked path to wealth. We're talking about becoming a Main Street millionaire. Yeah, it's a strategy that basically flips all that conventional wisdom right on its head.
So let me ask you a question. Are you dreaming of building the next big app? You know, that $1 billion idea, the revolutionary thing that's going to change the world and get you on the cover of a magazine? Come on, it's a seductive dream, right? It's sold to us literally everywhere. But here's the thing. What if that dream is the very thing distracting you from a much more reliable way to get wealthy?
I mean, let's be real for a second. That glamorous tech startup dream you see all over social media, for every single success story, there are literally thousands of failures. It's not really a business plan, is it? It's more like a high-stakes lottery ticket. And guess what? The odds are just overwhelmingly stacked against you. So yeah, let's just call it what it is. The startup lottery. It's a huge gamble. But there is a smarter way to build wealth. And it all starts with understanding what role you're playing on this road to financial freedom. And that brings us to a really simple but incredibly powerful question that could define your entire financial journey. The question is this: are you the driver or are you the hitchhiker? Let's break down exactly what that means. Okay, so first up, you've got the sidewalk. This is the default path, right? It's where most people are. You're trading your time directly for money, living paycheck to paycheck. There's no leverage, no system working for you while you sleep. It's a path of financial stagnation, and it's the one we definitely want to get off of. Then there is the hitchhiker. Now, this might seem like a step up from the sidewalk. You're trying stuff out, maybe some gig work, you're trying dropshipping, or some other trend you saw online. But here is the crucial problem. You are not in control. You're totally dependent on someone else's car, someone else's platform, someone else's rules. You have no real say in how fast you go or where you end up. And finally, this is the goal. This is where we want to be. Becoming the driver. The driver owns the vehicle, a real cash-flowing business. They are the ones who control the speed, the route, everything. This is where true, lasting wealth is actually built. You know, this whole idea of control, it isn't just some abstract theory. Trust me, I learned this one the hard way. So let me tell you a quick story that really shows why control is the single most important, non-negotiable rule in this entire blueprint. So a while back, I was a total hitchhiker. I got completely swept up in the dropshipping craze. It just seemed foolproof, you know? The promise of passive income was it was too good to ignore. What I didn't realize was that I was happily jumping into a car where someone else had their hands on the wheel. The plan looked so simple on paper. I found a trendy product, I built a website, and I ran some ads. Simple, right? I was running ads on a platform I didn't own, using a supplier I had never even met, selling to customers I couldn't build any real relationship with. And you know what? For a little while, it actually worked. The money was coming in. And then, poof, an algorithm changed, my ad account got suspended, the supplier just vanished, my entire business completely crumbled because it was built on land I was just renting. And that was the moment. The number one rule of this game is control. And I had absolutely zero. I was a classic hitchhiker, and I got left stranded on the side of the road. It was a really painful lesson for sure, but it was the exact lesson I needed to point me toward the real path, the path to building something that actually lasts. So if being a hitchhiker is a trap, what's the alternative? Well, it's time to forget all those lottery tickets and embrace a totally different approach. I call it the boring is better blueprint. And this is all about putting yourself firmly, and I mean firmly, in the driver's seat by owning a real, tangible business. And what do these businesses actually look like? Well, I'll tell you right now, they're not glamorous. We're talking about things like laundromats, plumbing services, window cleaning, vending machine routes, local landscaping companies. Yeah, these are the unsexy businesses that literally make the world go round. They solve real, everyday problems for real people day in and day out. And when you look at the probability of success, the difference is just staggering. It's not even close. While hitting that home run with a tech startup is a total long shot, your odds of building a successful, cash-flowing, boring business are dramatically higher. And why is that? It's simple. You're not trying to invent a new market out of thin air. You're just serving a market that's already there and already proven. So why does this boring model work so well? Well, it's all built on a foundation of stability. Think about it. These businesses have much simpler models, often way lower startup costs and a much faster path to actual profit. They solve problems that people will always need solved. I mean, clothes will always get dirty, pipes will always leak, windows will always get messy. Plus, you're often building equity in physical assets that you own and control, and that gives you real leverage and real security. Okay, that's enough theory. Let's get practical. How do you actually go from just watching this to becoming a driver? Well, it all starts with one simple mission. You have to train your eyes to see the world just a little bit differently. See, the best opportunities aren't in some far-off tech hub. They are right there, right in front of you in your own community. You just have to learn how to spot them. So where is your hidden opportunity? So here's your first mission, your homework, if you will. Over the next week, I want you to find just one boring problem or service that's lacking in your local area. Just one. For example, is the local window cleaner always booked solid? Is there no reliable mobile car wash service? Is the neighborhood lawn care guide just kind of subpar? Pay attention and find one example. So I want you to stop searching for the next world-changing idea, just for a week. Instead, ask yourself this one question. What boring, unsexy, everyday problem right here in my neighborhood is just waiting for a driver to come along and solve it? Because answering that simple question, that could be worth $1 million.